Hey, it's iEmpire. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. So we're on volume 22 of the Switch series. So I got 5 more gems to go over. And the last 3 are going to be some heavy hitters. So the first game is a really fun 2D Metroidvania platformer called Warlocks 2 Godslayers. So the game offers great gameplay, a lot of fun, controls are solid, good RPG mechanics for your character progression and your weapon builds, and a really fun cast of characters in this game. You've got a drunk who rides a dwarf horse. You've got a witch who smokes cigarettes and takes selfies with a flash to blind enemies. You've got a pyromancer who has a boombox and a raven as a sidekick. So it just gives a whole different feel to the genre and just a lot of fun to play. So you can play 1 to 4 players locally, and you can play the story mode or you can play in permadeath. So a nice little title that has a lot of different options for you, and definitely worth a playthrough. So check out Warlocks 2. Our next game is a top-down twin-stick shooter called Monkey Barrels. So in this game, you play as a monkey, and there's a company that's trying to overtake the world, and part of their plot is to capture monkeys and then use them in military experiments. So your friend gets captured, and you need to go save him. So lots of different weapons in this game. There's 98 weapons to find and create. There's blueprints that you can find. It's got 22 levels in 5 different areas. And they do it in a really cool way. There's 3 different ways they present the levels. So there's the typical twin stick shooter areas that you play in, but then they have areas where you play as a tank, and then there's areas where you play as a side-scrolling shmup. So they're always offering something new and keeping the gameplay fresh and varied. So if you're looking for a good twin stick shooter, check out Monkey Barrels. All right, time for our first heavy hitter, and this is known as the 2D of Dark Souls, and that's Salt and Sanctuary. So this is a 2D side-scrolling platformer, and you have a mission in the game to save a princess. So the artwork and the animations are fantastic in this game. The backgrounds, the character artwork, the enemy artwork, the bosses, they all work together to create this fantastic dark and dangerous atmosphere and tone of the game. They also have a nice use of fog and shadows in the game, and there isn't a lot of music in the game, but typically when there is, it's during boss fights, and it just adds a whole swell to that whole tension atmosphere. Combat it's a lot of fun. It's brutal, it's visceral, but it does demand a lot from you as the player. It's tough, and it's going to require some strategy. It's going to require some practice and patience. But if you're looking for a classic 2D side scroller, Salt and Sanctuary you can't lose. I never opened mine because when it came out, I got it digitally, and then they came out with the physical. So new, it's valued at $100 right now. I'm sure you can find a used copy for a decent amount less. But here's the trailer to check it out.
This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally preciously near. We set out on the ocean to secure that peace. Failing in this mission would surely plunge us into darker days.
All right, our next heavy hitter is from the survival horror genre, and that's Signalis. So this game, they wanted to create the 90s survival horror feel and look, and they did a great job with it. They added some graphical options with CRT and film grains that you can add to it. So in the genre, resource management is always key. You've got a gun, but with limited ammo. You've got a stun baton and some thermite grenades, but combat isn't always the best option. So they did a fantastic job with this. You learn the story through puzzles and notes and documents that you find. Great story, intuitive controls. So if you're looking for a stellar survival horror game, check out Signalis. All right, for our last heavy hitter, but first I did forget to say Signalis is about a $100 game. Up to like 130 if it's new. All right, so for our last heavy hitter is also a side-scrolling platformer, and that's Blasphemous. So in this, you play as a character who is set out to fight this plague that has infected the population that resulted from a curse, and you use this sword forged in guilt to defeat the bosses and the enemies. So like Salt and Sanctuary, everything comes together in this game to help create this dark, dreary, dangerous, cursed atmosphere that really pulls you into the story. The combat, solid and fun, also very challenging, like Salt and Sanctuary. Really overall, well put together game that we really should experience if you're into side-scrolling adventures at all. So this game continues to rise in value. This is a used copy, and it's valued at $100 right now. So keep that out on your watch list. There's also its sequel. This is still at retail value. There's no rush or hurry to get this. It probably will go up in value eventually, but this is still only $40. Great sequel, and it improved on the first game in several ways. So here's the trailer for Blasphemous. That's it for volume 22. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you like the content, please consider like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So at this point, I've done 110 hidden switch gems on the channel. Got 21 other episodes up on the channel for you to watch. Appreciate if you watch it, like, comment. So yeah, I've done so many games. I'm going to do some PS5, PS4, and Xbox videos now. Do hidden gems for those consoles. So hopefully you follow me for those as well. If not, keep your eyes open because I will be doing some Switch videos here and there. Always do Switch videos. Love the console. So until then, take care and I'll see you on the next one.